Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zyra if you guys are new here. Today I want to show you how I've been doing my everyday makeup lately. It is very natural and skin-like and normally very quick and easy. I know this video might be longer because I'm talking you through the whole process, but normally it's very quick and easy. So I'm going to take you along to the process today, but first I do want to say that makeup on an everyday basis is absolutely not necessary. It is not needed to be or feel pretty and beautiful and stunning and gorgeous and sexy and youthful and powerful. I just love makeup. If you guys can probably tell by my channel and by my posts that I do enjoy makeup. It's really more of a ritual than anything else. It's just like me time. It's the time of the day where I sit down for a couple minutes, play some cute music, which we can't do today because I don't want to get another copyright strike on here, and just be with myself, be present, play around with my features, enhance them, not hide them, enhance them. And yeah, I think I would be lying if I said it didn't build a layer of confidence stepping out into the world, but it is not necessary. The confidence should come within you first and foremost. I just wanted to say that very quickly because I don't want anyone to think that I actually look like this every single day, first of all, because I don't. But when I do, let me know what you guys do for your everyday routine, if we have like similar methods or products, or if you have any recommendations for me. So I would love to know what your everyday favorites are. Let's go ahead and get started. I will have everything linked down below. How I've been doing my everyday makeup lately surprisingly consists of no foundation. That is not like me at all, but lately I've just been into this very skin-like, still me makeup look, and it is super quick and easy, which is probably the most convenient part of it all. But the key to this is that it still looks good at the end of the day, and I'm going to show you what products I use to get there. So starting off, I already have my skincare on, and I did apply some sunscreen as well, which is important because this is my summery look, and sunscreen is important. I have been testing this out lately. This is the Kiehl's Better Screen UV Serum. It's actually my first time trying a serum sunscreen, and I was like, how is that possibly going to layer with makeup? Like, I just imagined like the peeling already. Like, I had this terrible image in my mind of what was going to happen, but that's because some sunscreens have really put me through it, and this is such a small little sample that I've been using every day, and I've barely gotten down to like right here, like the serum consistency. I'm going to pour some out just to show you that's how much I love you guys. It is very thin and a little goes a long way, so I've been really loving this lately. So I already applied some of that, and that was honestly like a while ago, so it's definitely had time to dry down. So skincare is always important, but especially sunscreen this time of year. And I know I pretty much use this in every single video, but the Say Glowy Gels, I lean more towards this one because this is more of like a neutral color, and the other one is a bit too gold for my undertone, I think. But I'm just taking a little bit of that, and this depends on the day. Sometimes I just apply this everywhere, sometimes I just apply it on my high points like my nose, cheeks, and maybe a little bit on my chin. So I'm gonna do that today. I still bring it in towards the front even though I'm gonna powder right here, but I just love having that glow. You can already tell the difference right away with that. This is amazing. And you guys asked me about the mini sizes. I got these two together in like a little kit, but I think that was like a limited edition holiday kit. They do have like these shades in like the regular sizes as well. I have tried all the other like drugstore illuminating products like the e.l.f. Glow. I have her in here somewhere. It does work too, don't get me wrong, but if you do have the money to try the Say one, I would just say try the Say one. It is very versatile, super amazing for every day and like for dressing up. I have acne prone skin. I struggle a lot with that because any product will just break me out if it really wants to, and this has been so amazing to my skin, so recommend. Now it is time to clip these bangs away for a second so we could do our brows. Lately I actually feel weird not laminating them. I go through phases, and I swear it changes like every couple of months. Like, I'll go through phases where I only want to fill them in because it looks more natural, and it does, but I think it has to do with how my eyebrows grow out. Like right now I'm trying to grow them out, and it's a little bit hard to tame. You guys probably recognize this if you've seen my other videos as well. The Benefit 24-hour brow setter, and I'm just running that back and forth. I feel like summer-ish, like everyday lightweight makeup, since there's not really much to it, having your brows done to just like frame your face makes a difference. I think it definitely does. The only problem is that I have never been good at doing my brows. I just kind of hope for the best, and that's why I love having bangs, because it hides it for me. I should probably move this. Like, I'm totally leaning to the side because I can't see straight ahead. Well, I do need to warn you guys, if you ever try this, it dries pretty quickly. Look at this. You see how I'm combing down on these hairs and they're not even moving? Like, it dries pretty quickly. So you gotta get your shape down just right. And yes, I know the ends of my brows are not even. They never have been, but specifically right now they're not. And I don't even think I care right now, particularly in this moment, because like I said, my bangs are gonna hide it. I'm also taking a break right now from working on a song that's literally open right in front of me. So that's how I'm spending my day. I finally got like my new bed covers that I was talking about to match my new bed frame, and I want to show you like another little corner of my room I've been working on. It's so cute, but I'll show you a different time. So like I said, this look has no foundation, and usually I wear either like my L'Oreal True Match foundation or some type of skin tint. Like, it's very unlike me to actually go without a face product. That's why this look is so interesting. If you guys feel like you need to wear foundation with your look, or you just feel more comfortable having that a part of your routine, but you still want like that skin-like effect, I'm gonna give you some recommendations right now. Number one, L'Oreal True Match. This is a good drugstore option. And the Lumine CC color correcting cream. I have both of these linked in my Amazon. This one I got on Amazon. This one I got in store. But I think this is considered drugstore as well. If you're like me and you got a lot of like acne scarring and just discoloration, I totally get that. That's what I recommend for that. For today, since I'm skipping that, I'm gonna go in with my Merit Concealer. Don't get me twisted, okay? I said no foundation. I didn't say no concealer. I'm just going to grab a little bit of this. Sometimes I put it directly on my skin. Sometimes I feel like I just like it on my finger and tapping it on, but I'm not gonna be applying it everywhere, just like where I really have like a lot of scarring, which is just kind of on my cheeks really. And this is still very skin-like. Also, I have the shade Bisque in this. Although this is very buildable, I kind of just want one layer because I'm not exactly trying to hide my skin. Like I said, this is very still me, so I don't exactly mind that you see a bunch of coloring and discoloration. I'm just trying to make a little bit even. Can I tell you guys something that I'm thinking of right now? Every single time I'm ranting or like trying to give just tips on how I like to do something, when I go back later to edit my video, I'm like, what am I even saying? I always in the moment think like, oh wow, you know, I'm doing so good, I'm being so descriptive and whatever, and then I watch it and I'm just like, what are you saying right now? So that's what I'm gonna be thinking when I look back at this to edit it. So maybe like a year or two ago, I decided to just like embrace the dark circles. So sometimes I don't even wear concealer on them. But lately I brought back my little Rare Beauty under eye brightener. As you can see, it expired earlier this year, but I'm trying to stretch it out as much as I can because it looks like a lot is left in here, but I just put literally one dot of it. Sometimes this does pill with like sunscreen or skincare that I have under, so sometimes it's a little bit tricky to use. I just try to melt it in with my fingers. Also, as you can tell, I've been using my hands so far because that's just how you get the best skin-like effect, I find. And it's also just quicker in most cases. And there's definitely a more even base now, but you can still see like a little bit discoloration underneath, and that's no problem. Still skin-like, you feel me? Just a little elevating, right? Just a little elevating. So I have a lot of favorite bronzers. I think it's actually hard for me to not like a bronzer. Like, if I don't like your bronzer, you did something very wrong. I just feel like I always find a way to work with them. Pretty easy to use, like it's hard to hate. So I have a lot of favorites that lately I've been using this one from Say. This is the Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer in the shade Medium Bronze. A question I get pretty often is what's the difference between contour and bronzer, so I'll just show you guys really quick. Bronzer is very warm. It's almost like an orangey red tone. Compare that to the e.l.f. contour wand just so you can see the difference. You see that? Contour is very much cool tone and it's meant to mimic shadow. Bronzer will always be warm, sort of like red orange, and it's mimicking like a fresh sun tan basically. At one point in my life I only wore powder bronzer. I didn't really see the purpose of it, and then one day I tried those I don't know what they're called. I think it's like a photo focus stick. It's like the Wet n Wild little contour and highlight and blush sticks, if you know which ones I'm talking about, and that just like opened the door to me, and I've never looked back since. I still layer powder over it, but having a nice little cream bronzer just looks so natural, so healthy, and I look dead. Like naturally I have this look about me, a little bit under the weather, just naturally. It's just a gift I was born with, I know. And you know, a little bronzer definitely goes a long way for me. You could literally just like compare me to like a minute ago and just see what I mean. And you're getting ready every day, just literally dab into that bronzer and boom, eyeshadow of the day. EOTD. Thank you very much. Quickly and done. Perfect. Okay, that's enough. I think ever since my last video where I was recreating Sabrina Carpenter's makeup, I did a method where I was sandwiching my blush between powder layers, and ever since I filmed that, I've been doing that every single day. But I do it with like the same blush now, so like on an everyday level. This is also from Merit. Oh my gosh, I have a pattern going on today between like Say and Merit. I say that and like these are my only two Merit products, but this is the Beverly Hills Flush Balm Cheek Color. You could apply this straight on, but I feel like it kind of moves my makeup around. I'm just going to take this little brush. It's actually a contour brush, but I like it for blush as well because contour brushes are more dense, which just kind of means that when you hold it and you pinch it, it feels super, super full. And I love that because when you put your blush down, it stays right where you put it, if you kind of see what I mean. I took a little break because my camera was overheating, as it always does about midway through recording, but I just need to show you the difference between with the Merit blush. It's just so glowy and like so cute but natural, and then without, it just totally brings the face to life, especially the placement that I give it kind of like more forward. And I think I let the bangs down. We're laying them down now, but I think I left off saying that dense brushes are actually so fabulous for blush. I know everyone usually prefers like fluffier blush brushes. Just give it a try. Pick up if you have like a contour brush or just something a little bit more tight packed like this. Give it a try. I think you might really, really like it. So I'm just kind of starting at the apples and then just blending it out. This blush is so glowy. You can even see like in the packaging how glowy it is. That's literally reflecting my light right now. With the Say gel under it, perfect combo. When I first bought this, I filmed a first impression video and I actually didn't like it, which is just the beauty of first impression videos. I didn't like it at first, and now I use it like every single day. Funny. So that is pretty much it for all of our cream products. Honestly, if you don't have oily skin, you could probably just stop here and it would probably look super beautiful and last on you, but I have very oily skin, so I am gonna need a little powder. I cannot tell you how many times I have mentioned this powder. It is usually $3. I have it linked in my Amazon. I truly cannot tell you how many I've bought at this point because I lost count probably after 7. But if you follow me, then you probably already know I'm talking about the Wet n Wild not photo focus, bare focus. They have two different lines. Clarifying finishing powder. This is one of those purchases that I just randomly picked up one day and I was like, oh, I'm curious to see, and it just like sticks with you for life. So yeah, I completely lost count how many I've had, mainly because these are easy to break. Okay, I run through them like all of them hit pan, but maybe like 3 or 4 of those were broken at the end anyways, because this is a little delicate package, so I'm going to be delicate with her. So I just take a little bit and I'm just gonna take that, what would you call this, like the front of your cheeks and on the side of my nose, because that's where I am the oiliest, and I'm actually trying to avoid this blush a little bit as much as I can, and I'm going down here just where I get very oily, which at this point you might be like, girl, that looks like it's everywhere. Yes it is. But I'm avoiding the under eyes for a reason. I actually don't know what the reason is. I just feel like no powder on the under eyes makes a difference when you're going for a skin-like look, because as soon as you make any sort of facial expression, and this is so natural, it's not even a bad thing, but powder will move. And you know what, guys? I'm getting older. I'm 25 now. And I've gotten my first little Under eye lines, they're very, very small, but powder does creep up on you now, and I've been warned about that my whole life, so not surprised, not shocking. It's just part of becoming a woman. And I feel like not adding powder and not playing with those lines and you can still see skin through just makes a difference, because the focus is making it as skin-like as possible. Not with this specific Rare Beauty brightener, but sometimes if you do this with like a light concealer, I don't recommend doing this with a heavy concealer and not setting it, but like a light concealer, if you don't set it, it might like budge right here throughout the day, but just tap, 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 keep moving. Because if you're really going for a skin-like look, it's just better not to. Under the eyes at least. For the rest of me, however, it needs as much powder as it can get. That's it, that's our powder. It still is super natural. I have to keep reminding myself to get super close so you can actually see the texture of what I'm working with. You can still see skin. Now what I'm gonna do is take this fluffier brush. Since this is my everyday makeup, if you watch my videos, you probably recognize a lot of these products that I just use all the time. This one is probably in every single video. This is the Smashbox like 3-in-1 little contour palette, contour bronzer highlighter. But I'm specifically going to take the little bronzer powder right now and just go over there. I added the cream and I am like barely holding my brush and I'm barely even going on my skin. It's the very, very tip of it, just so I don't make any harsh lines, because I can be pretty heavy-handed. It's like it's so easy for me to accidentally get harsh lines, so I'm learning to be very delicate, just like the powder. That's kind of the message here with like an everyday look, is just be delicate, you know, be careful with how much you apply. Because truly you can use the same products you use for like a night out look and just add a little bit less of it and be more intentional with it, and yeah, use everything that you got. I'm trying to very lightly get in there. So I don't know if I showed you with my cream bronzer, but I always apply it in every single video just down the like right under my ear, because I feel like that's what blends it down. I think I've mentioned this in my last video maybe, or previous one, but I do not like wearing makeup on my actual body, like even my neck. Like I'm okay down here and right here to like blend it down, but I really avoid it as much as I can. Like I don't like the feeling. It makes me feel super gross. I actually hate it. Like I can say I hate it. I know it's a strong word, I hate it. But just a little bit of bronzer right under my ear just makes the whole difference. Because obviously you're not tan back here, or at least I'm not, because my hair is always down. And just blending that just like makes all the difference and helps me avoid all of this. So I'm actually gonna take a little eyeshadow brush, and this isn't really necessary for an everyday look, but I just love contouring my nose. Not gonna be like a fancy contour, kind of taking a little bit of the highlighter shade on the side, blending that out, and then a little bit more down the top. Then I very lightly like dust it away. Like I said, I've been sandwiching my blush lately, which just means that at the very end, once this has had a time to like melt into my skin and really sit there, I'm adding a little bit more. Sometimes I get a little powder in the front, so I just want to emphasize that too. And you know, this might not be for everybody, but gosh, I love blush. Like literally brings me to life, like literally like gives me life, and it gives me life. So I feel like it would not be an everyday natural look without freckles. We're just gonna add a little bit. I really wanted this to be like a peaceful, relaxing video, but my brother is like watching these YouTube compilations in the background, and the songs that they use are always funny, so you can probably hear it. But you know what? This is everyday makeup, and I hear that every day, so it's very fitting. I feel like if I'm really gonna give you my authentic everyday makeup, I need to dig into my bag and just pick whatever lip combo is in here. Bag tour coming never, because this is my bag. These are all the lip liners that I have in rotation. This one is from London. I got this at Five Below, and I love it so much. It is very beautiful, cool toned, and perfect. This is from About Face, and this is the shade Cradled, which also very beautiful. It's more of like a pinky version, and this one is always on me, the Half Magic Sculptitude. I specifically usually use the shade I'll Pray For You, but if I want like a little ombre look, it's double-ended, and I just kind of mix it in with this side. I think today we're gonna go with About Face. Don't really overline as much for like an everyday look, but just to give it some color basically. And then I always pretty much have one of these on me. I have another one in my vanity. Like these are everywhere. The Lawless Forget the Filler glosses. Since I'm not wearing lipstick, just keeping the liner on the perimeter of my lip just gives it like a natural ombre effect, and it's much more flattering than if I just put a lipstick on. I kind of like the little ombre effect. It also just brings it forward. So the beauty of an everyday look is that it depends on how much time I have. Like if I'm right here and I need to go, this is it. This is how I'm stepping out, which is very cute. Definitely better than how we started. But if I have a little bit more time, this is what I will do. Number one is play with the eyes, and you can definitely do a little wing liner, but if we're really talking every day, you just need something quick. A little brown pencil, and just smudging that really quick, like super dang quick. Once the lashes are on, it just kind of makes them look like they're fuller, basically. Guys, we're taking a little break, and I'm filming on my phone now because my camera has died for the second time. Like, it overheats every single time I film. I love that camera, but that is like the one thing about it, so I'm going to show you what I do. This is how I've been filming today. I know that sounded pretty extreme to go put my camera in the freezer, but if I didn't do that, I'd be waiting. Versus now, that was just a couple minutes, so. Okay, we're back on. It cut off while I was adding a little bit more of this brown liner under my eyes. I'm just gonna smudge it out. Again, all of this is just depending on time, but if I can do mascara, that's a win for me because I love wearing mascara. Up next, I decided that I wanted to film a video about having long lashes, how to get them, how to maintain them, because I had to grow my lashes back. There was a point where they were just super short and not healthy. You guys are always complimenting me on them, and I want to show you like the full routine because people always ask what serum it is, and that's very important, but maintenance is also very important. And part of that is not wearing mascara every single day, unfortunately, but when I can, it is such a win. Okay, again, imagine me getting ready every day and I'm up to this point, lashes are curled. Now, if we do have more time, we can actually apply mascara. I've been switching mine up lately. I've picked up the Maybelline The Falsies Push Up Angel just because I realized she is past expired and I haven't used it as much as I wanted to because I do like it. I know that this did have like its own little viral moment on TikTok. Kind of want to show you guys as well because the way this brush works, it's like a little angled comb and it just helps you evenly separate each little lash. So in my last video, I was telling you guys that I ran out of my Auburn brow pencil that matches this hair. Since then, I discovered something. So I remembered that I had this eye stick from About Face. This is the Smoke Stick dual-ended, and I have been using it to do my brows. So one side is this super thin pencil, and on the other side, it is very tightly packed. I don't even really get it. It's kind of like an eyeshadow. It's just like a sponge and it sits in there. But I've just been playing around with it just to like match this hair color. I kind of wish I thought of this sooner. I grab a little bit on my brush because I realized putting this on, this is super smooth, which is great as a eye pencil, which is what it's intended to do. But for my brows, it kind of slides on a little bit and I need to manage it better. So just taking it on a little pencil and trying to fill in a little bit just to give it some color, because I feel like with this hair color, oh my gosh, I cannot talk, hold on. I feel like with this hair color, when I don't fill it in, like, it looks gray. So it just helps everything match. I know my bangs kind of cover it, but it's always nice to have a little color anyways. So yeah, life hack. That completes my everyday no foundation makeup look. This is what I've been doing lately. And what do we think? No foundation, still looks very much skin-like, and I really love how natural it is, and it's just very glowy and perfect for summer, and it feels like I put a little effort into my appearance. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my everyday makeup routine, and normally this is much quicker, I do promise that. I was just talking through everything, but I wanted to share that with you guys today. I feel like every once in a while I look back at like pictures of myself and I'm like, how was I doing my makeup then? And I never remember because I tend to not film like an in-depth everyday look because I feel like it might be a little boring, a little repetitive, but I really wanted to document it today and share it with you guys, but also so that I can watch it in the future in case I ever want to go back to this type of style, because every month or two or so I do like a totally different everyday routine, just playing around with different products, different methods, and you know how it goes. I am being more consistent with YouTube now, so you guys can follow along if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you guys in the next one.